Alright, hello everyone, my name is Shep, welcome back to the Circus, and today I have two awesome matches to show you that just happened in the tournament last night. So first I played against Elemental Scion, and then I played against Not a Spoon. I'm gonna be showing this match first because I think this one is more exciting and much more technical. So in terms of my group, there are a few very good players, but this is one of them that I fear the most. Not a Spoon is a Frenchman, and he plays kinda like Silac. He's very precise with his plays. He has a lot of teams and he knows how to play them very well. So we go into this matchup, Crusader and Abomination were banned, because I banned Crusader, he banned Abomination. I imagine that he figured I would play a Kamikaze again, or a Banikaze that would go just full on AoE, and with a Flagellant, so that's why he brought the Leper to counter my Flagellant, and why he brought the Hieroman to counter my ripostes, as well as that Arbos with the healing. Would be very, very good against it, except for I saw a Crusader band. I looked at all his teams, all the teams that he used to play. I saw a Crusader band, I saw an Abomination band, and I thought, you know what team goes really well here? The Sis. This is a 2020 team that has sadly been forgotten. It has pretty much the Halo setup, except with a Flagellant up front, with that Reign of Sorrows and the Hemlock. You can also run Reclaim on it, but I'm running Reign of Sorrows Hemlock. Now, in terms of how this match is going, we both need the accuracy, and this is a bad matchup for me, because he has a full damage team with a Leper, who can counter the Flagellant's healing pretty easily, and an Arbos to counter my bleeding pretty easily as well. So this is not great. This is not great. He must have also read that I could run this, so his team generally very well picked. And he can just immediately crush my frontline, while all the immediate damage I have is from the Arbol. So he's gonna get his power spike first. Now, I'm in a situation here where I'm actually gonna have to pause for a bit. I was in a situation where I went for my battle turn to get the accuracy because I need it. Then I went for the Reign of Sorrows turn to maybe make it so he goes for a misplay or something. Gives me an opportunity to go for a pull that I really wanted. And this is gonna be a very technical match, so I might have to pause a few times. But I went for a Reign of Sorrows just to keep my Bounty Hunter turn, and he decides to also kind of just slow it down a bit, goes for the Revenge. Now I go for a pull on the Jester, and this makes it so the Leper's in position too, so he can't go Duelist Advance. He can still go Vendetta, but then that's a lot of time that he spent setting up. That's 3 entire actions spent setting up, so that might not be fast enough. And really, what has to happen this match for me is I need to get kills, and I need to get them now, and then maybe I can win an endgame here. But Shep, yeah, I didn't get a mark. I could have gone for a pull on the Arbol. She doesn't have Snuff, but here's the thing. If I pull the Arbalest, there's going to be a Duelist Advance. She's going to be back in position 3. I can shoot her again, sure, after I get a crit, after she heals, but then she's still going to be fine. I can go for Reign of Sorrows to have some follow-up, but that would be decent. But while that's happening, the Leper's killing my ass, and then the Arbos might still be alive. I'm probably not going to be able to win this match. My mid line is squishier than their back line, so that wouldn't be a good endgame for me. I want to go for a better endgame. I'm going for the grand battle plan here. I pulled the Jester, and since the Leper went Revenge, he takes an extra 15% damage, so that sniper shot there just does crazy work. Now I'm in a position where I could go for another pull on the Arbos, but you just move back, so that wouldn't do anything for me. I could go for a shot on the Leper, but then they would just heal, and then I wouldn't have enough damage. Or I can go for a punish here, and now if they click the Leper, they drop to their store, so they'll have to heal, but then I can still go shot. Or they go for a heal on the Leper, but then they lose their Arbos turn. That would be really bad for me here, and he still doesn't have enough damage to finale me, because fortunately his Arbos didn't just get a crit sniper shot on my Jester. So a lot of things happening in this match. I'm struggling to keep track of everything, but yeah, he goes for the heal here. He gets a crit 24, but this is still a good situation for me to be in. I can go for a shot here, but this would be terrible. This would be terrible, because even if I get a crit and I do enough HP, he heals for 22, and then my Bounty Hunter and my Jester are useless, because they go for small amounts of damage. They don't hit for enough to counter a 22 heal. You have to keep this very much in mind while you're playing a match like this, and also trying not to waste damage. So yeah, I go for a pull now that the Arbos turn is gone. They have to go for a move and then a Duelist Advance. This is still not a good spot for me to be in. They immediately go for the move, right, by the way, because they had to. If they didn't go for that move immediately there, I could go Sniper Shot on the Arbals, and then it would be too late for them to put their Arbals back in position 4, where I can't hit them with a Dirk Snap Death Blow. So I'm still probably going to go for the shot here. I do still go for the shot on the Arbals, and because I go first, I'll be able to get a 50-50 death blow check on her at the start of next round. But unfortunately, I won't get the 60-60. Of course, not a spoon read that. So yeah, he's gonna go for the Dirk Stab here. He does 11 damage, so he has a Finale on my Jester if he wants to use it. There's really not anything I can do about it. I couldn't Finale just yet. The best thing I can do here is force them to use a Finale on me. And Shep, what do you mean by that? If they use a Finale on me, they lose all their kill pressure because they don't have any finisher on their team aside from the Arbalist, and she's close to dying. And if they don't go for a Finale on me here, now I Finale their Leper. But if they go for a Finale, I also get a guaranteed kill on their Arbalist. So I'm really putting them against the wall here, but there's really nothing else they can do apart from going for a Finale. Because if they go Dirk Stab, then they still have to get the kill, yada yada. They were thinking about it, because if they went Dirk Stab, I wouldn't actually have enough damage to Finale the Leper unless I got lucky, but we ended up not figuring that play out. I would be fine just Finaling the Arbalist TBH, as long as I just get a Finale off. I managed to kill the Arbalist here, and now we're in a 3v3 endgame where he doesn't have a heal with this Arbalist to counter my Exsanguinate Bleeds, and where the Jester is still marked because he Finale'd round 2, I pulled him round 1, so I have a crit sniper shot coming. He goes for a chop here, which I remember thinking was a bit weird, but because my Jester died in position 2, he can't actually chop my Bounty Hunter, so that's also a very important reason why I moved to position 2, because now all that his Leper can do, because he doesn't have Purge, he only has Drop Hue, all he can do is attack the Flagellant or a Corpse. He doesn't want to attack the Corpse, so he attacks the Flagellant. Here they go for the Vendetta. At last, I had gotten a crit sniper shot on that Jester, a bit unnecessary, but I'm getting a lot of crits. And here I actually roll for a 9. Now that 9 is very sad, because I had a 6-14 with a very high crit chance. Of course, here's the most important thing about this match. I want to win it, but I want to deny Not a Spoon points. So I want to win it fast, but I also don't want to give him points, because in this tournament, because there's a group of 6, you're gonna have to compete with people for your spot. And I've already I'm not gonna spoil the result of the previous match, but I think I'm going to compete with Not a Spoon for top 3. I think he's a very good player, so what I want to do here is I want to get a quick win, but I also want to stay alive. So getting that Exsanguinate there to drop the Leper to 0 would have been amazing for me, because I could have then immediately gone for the finish him, and I probably would have won the match on round 5. But because that didn't happen, we are back in a situation here where he has to where you can still go Solemnity and just stay alive here, so it's not exactly ideal for me. Now my Arbalist is kind of put in a weird spot, because all I can do is either shoot the Hireman or do something else, but really, this match might look one-sided for me right now because of how it has turned out, but really, if I went for any different line of play, this could have gone very poorly, very, 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 very quickly. So, you know, I'm kind of patting myself on the back here, but I wanted to show kind of a more technical match of Butcher Circus, so that's why I wanted to show this one first. Here the Leper is not dropping to this door, the Hireman has dropped his riposte, so I decided to go for a punish on the Leper here, just to make sure that he has to drop a Solemnity, that he can't go for whatever other move he wants to, which in hindsight might have been a bit of a misplay, because now this Hireman can go for a Duelist Advance, but I still have other tools available to me. Now I'm actually now I have to heal the. Well, I don't particularly have to heal the Flagellant, but I still want to deny points. So I want to heal, but I still want to get as many points as possible. You kind of have to balance these two things out, right? You both want to deny your opponent points, but you want to get as many points as possible. So here I'm really just trying to see like how quickly I can get points and how many I can get. But more importantly, so I'm thinking, what do I want to do? And I end up going for an Exsanguinate on the Hireman. So I risk it 20% to bring the Hireman down to 0, because if they went for a heal, I could probably snipe with the Leper. I could probably sniper shot, bring them down to 0 again, and just be fine. But I really wanted to heal myself and kill that Hireman as quickly as possible, and I figured this was the only way to do it. The only way to do it now, to get as many points as possible. So they're gonna go for a chop here, which I found a bit weird. I'm not really sure what Not a Spoon was going for here, because he could have healed, and sure, I could have just sniper shot him back to 0 and finish him would have been enough to kill him, but I have a guaranteed kill here, and then I have a heal with my Arbalist, so I don't know if he was like trying to get a kill back, hoping that I would just go like sniper shot to finish him and let my Flagellant die. But I mean, there's no last man standing points here for me to gain, so I just heal. Now the Hyman drops to 0, and this is gonna be a 6-match win. It's funny because I've been playing Shepstress, I've been playing Banikaze, I've been playing all these kinds of teams that haven't had Arbalist. Then I play Arbalist once, and she just decides to crit 4 times in a row. Here, I just keep it simple, go for the finish him, and that's gonna be 8 points to Shepherd Doggy, 1 point to Not a Spoon. Let's go for match number 2.
You have chosen this foe.
Alright, here we are on match number 2. Yep, there we go. Here we are on match number 2, and wait, no, it's still zoomed in, isn't it? Hold on. Let me just do this real quick. Yeah, okay. Now it should be fine. It's because the keybinds that I have actually mess with my video recording settings, but you know, it's alright. We go for match number 2 against Elemental Scion. I played this one first, and the bans in this one were Crusader. And I'm not actually sure what he banned, I don't remember too well, but it didn't really hinder me too much, so I just decided, you know what, let's bring out the Banikaze, let's see what we can do, because this is still a very solid team, this has a ton of pressure, and it's another Leper team, it's another Leper team I go up against, and I have played this team before, I had played in the tournament, I played the Shieldbreaker Goliath in the first round, so I'm like, that's interesting. The Shieldbreaker is not too great here. I mean, she might get a few dodges, she might be annoying with the Serpent Sways, but she's not the fastest character in the West. Definitely not. Definitely not. So what I want to do here, it's a similar situation to the previous match, except this time I don't have Disruption. So what I really want to do here is I want to kill that Arbalist once more, because she has those heals, she has that bleed clear, and she also has a ton of damage output, but that's just something I have to live with. I'm playing against Elemental Scion, so I haven't really seen too much from him, but he was kind of shaky in the first round, so that's one of the reasons why I went for a Banikaze pick, because it's a pick that you get a lot of points, but you also give some points back, because your characters are gonna die, and I didn't really feel too bad about giving some points to Elemental Scion, not as much as I could, as much as I would be giving them to Not a Spoon, so you can kind of, well, I mean, I don't want to reveal too much about how I'm setting up my matches and all that, but because the tournament is still ongoing and some competitor might watch this, so, you know, you already have the results report to spy on your opponents, and now you even have some videos as well, but, you know, it's not too big of a problem. They are gonna go for a chop here. It looks like they're really just trying to focus my doggy down, and that is interesting. I mean, the Jester is more important of a target here, right? Because he's gonna have the finale, he's gonna have that kind of stuff. But I don't really mind losing my doggy with the amount of damage that I've already output in terms of DOT. Obviously, this is a damage versus DOT situation, so I'm gonna get my power spike later. They're gonna get their power spike early. So they're gonna kill one of my characters, but I'm gonna stack up a lot of DOT to kill their characters. So they've already taken a ton of DOT here. The Jester is stunned, that was my final action, mostly because when you're at the store, your hounds are kind of inaccurate, and going for a stun on the Jester does a little bit of damage, which is good. It's a 95% chance that it works, not counting a crit, and would force the Arbalist to go for a flare if she wants to keep the Jester turn. So whatever turn I remove from them is perfectly fine for me, so just going for a stun there feels good. Going for a heal would have been useless because I just get hit anyway and then I die. And they have enough DOT that my regen doesn't matter, so I'm not going to go Rejuvenating Vapors even though it's a damage team. They have some DOT options, so that's not really going to do anything for me. I just go for a Rain of Stars here because the Arbal's turn hadn't been used yet. The Jester is going to drop to Death's Door now though, because she didn't go for the heal on there, she hasn't healed herself. Really, all these characters are dropping, and sure, I might even lose my Jester here, but here, my Jester has 11 HP, they have 1 damage buff, so 1 damage buff is a 9 to 16 damage roll on that finale, but they're going to be at Death's Door, so it's a 7 to 13 damage roll on the finale, while I have 11 HP, so they have to roll either for a 12, a 13, or a crit. So I thought, should I really use Protect Me for the 20 prot to make it impossible for them to finale me? No, I don't think so. I think in most worlds, in most situations, I survive a finale here. In most situations, it doesn't kill me, so I'm not gonna go for that. I'm gonna go for the more reliable play. I'm gonna go for Festering Vapors. just get more DOT out while I can, and just let him do whatever they want. They decide to finale my my doggy there, which was a bit weird. They could have gone for a harvest, they could have gone for a Dirk Stab on him, and I believe they had a finisher on their Jester, so that was a bit of a waste. So my Jester gets to stay alive for now, pretty unhindered. He's still just chilling, and of course this Manikaze, extremely aggressive setup that I'm running here. I'm running Materia Pest as finish on the Antiquarian, so I get the 50-50 death blow over there. I think it was a 50-50. The Arbalest drops to 0 now, and instead of deciding to heal, which would give her a pretty, well, I mean, I'd just finale, right? Yeah, I'd just finale that. I would just finale that. Instead of deciding to heal, she just goes for a sniper shot. Yeah, it's a little too late to heal now, I think. I actually decide to go for a punish on this Leper instead of just killing her, because I'm being very greedy here. I know I can finale the Arbalest, but there's a Leper with 2 Solemnities and a Shieldbreaker with Serpent Sway. Who's gonna stall me out more? Is it the Arbalest with a heal for 7? Or is it the 22 heals and the Serpent Sway with dodge and Aegis? Well, it's gonna be the Arbalest. Well, I mean, it's gonna be all of them, because I lose my Jester to a 25% death blow, so that sucks. That sucks. But at least the Shieldbreaker is at death's door, right? At least the Shieldbreaker is at death's door, so I can get a 50-50 now. I'm gonna go for my Fetching Vapors, and I'm thinking here, oh, this is great, I can get 2 kills. Oh, I only get 1. Okay, at least I get it on... Well, yeah, I don't get it on the Shieldbreaker. Here she goes Fearful for extra dodge. Man, I really want a round 5 win, I'm thinking to myself here. I've already lost 2 characters, I've already given them 2 points, and here's the thing, I am definitely on a winning matchup here, or, I mean, no, not particularly winning matchup, but I'm definitely in a winning situation. But my opponent just goes Serpent Sway, which is really rough, because now I have to go through 2 Aegis walks to kill this freaking Shieldbreaker. Is it really feasible for me to ban Shieldbreaker, though, to try and counter that? Not particularly. I decide to punish the Leper here, mostly just so I could maybe get an Affliction on him that would either move back or pass. I get a Fearful, that one does both of them, but spoiler alert, that doesn't happen. He's gonna... he might actually go Chop here. I don't remember too well what he did. He might actually go Chop here. Even though it was yesterday, I've already forgot. There have been a couple of exciting matches along the way. He actually goes Chop, so I have a kill shot here. But here's the thing. I don't really want to get the... Well, I mean, I end up going for the Fetching Vapors here. But I am thinking at this point of getting a last man standing kill. I still want to win as quickly as possible, but I'm thinking of getting a last man standing kill. So I go for 50-50 there. Unfortunately, I don't get the kill on the Leper. So at that point, I was thinking, oh, I get the kill on the Leper now, and then instead of going Exsanguinate on the Shieldbreaker, or like Redeem, or Exsanguinate on the Corpse, I just go Punish. I just bring down her Aegis, and I still win by like round 7, and it's gonna be fine. So here that doesn't happen. I'm thinking, okay, I can go Punish on the Shieldbreaker now, or I can make sure that I get the kill next round with the Antiquarian, because if I die here with the Flagellant, and then my Antiquarian fails the death blow, he actually heals for 22, and then I'm screwed. So I decide to go for like a Love Tap on that Leper, but then he just straight up dies, so... you know, that sucks. He just straight up dies! And now the Shieldbreaker is LMS. She's last man standing. She's gonna go for an expose. She doesn't get the immediate kill. And at this point, I should probably heal, you know, deny some points to Elemental Scion. It's 2 points, Shep. It's 2 points you're giving away. But I'm like, you know what, I think I'd rather just get the win here as fast as I can. So I go for Punish, which has higher accuracy. She passes, and now my Fetching Vapors with Finisher and Battle Ballad hits, but doesn't get the death blow, even though it was a 60, I think. Even though it was a 60 or a 55, I don't get the death blow. And now I'm thinking, okay, of course he's gonna go for the kill now. He has a 35 to get 2 points. And he does actually go for the kill. And he gets it! He does actually get the kill, so that's an extra 2 points for Elemental Scion. And if I win now, I get 7 points, so I'm very happy. But I miss an 80! I miss an 80! With a 70% to kill. So I don't get 7 points to his 4. And now it's his turn again. Even though he went Fearful, he doesn't pass. He just goes Serpent Sway! And I'm never gonna kill him within 10 rounds, so I'm not gonna get any more points. Which is just so sad. Oh, I would have gotten 8 points actually, because it would have been a last man standing kill from Antiquarian. 8 points? Wow, that would have been lovely, Shep. But no, instead of that, yeah, this happens. And now I have to go fetching papers. Is there a possibility of a comeback here, by the way? Because I might keep missing. I might just keep missing. Okay, both the ages are gone, but she has more exposes to spam. She has already applied a crit, extra crits received on me, doesn't get the crit, but applies another one, even though I have that 45% debuff resistance. I go for Fetching Vapors, I miss it again, even though I have a very high chance to get it. It's already round 11, extra points, you can say goodbye to them, and here I'm just thinking, dude, if I lose this match, if I lose this match, she gets another exposed. Next one, I'm afflicted. If she might just crit for 12, and I might just oof myself. Money bags, stop fucking throwing. Apologies, but yeah, the lack of justice in this match, the lack of justice. She goes for another exposed, still doesn't get the crit, but gets me afflicted here. I fail another death blow on her. I go Selfish, which is -5 accuracy. Here I'm going insane, because I get the -5 accuracy affliction. I get an act out, but it's just a bark for extra stress on my non-existent allies, and then we get the kill, which is going to make it 5 points for me, 4 points for Elemental Scion. So 5 points here, 8 points in the match versus Not a Spoon, and onwards to the rest of the bracket we go. So yeah, 2 matches today, 2 quick matches, you know, as they should be very carnage heavy matches. But yeah, this one, well, no, actually this is still Elemental Scion. I record the matches separately. But yeah, the match versus Not a Spoon, very technical match. I'm not sure if I actually managed to explain everything. I'll look over it and maybe add something in the description if I missed like some super important play. But yeah, big GG's to both my opponents. And anyway, hope you all enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you again another time. Cheers.